I'm going to take a walk around South Park. This is South Park. South Park was basically the original development, affluent development before Nob Hill, before the cable car revolutionized San Francisco in terms of accessibility. Nob Hill was considered too cumbersome because it was too high and it wasn't developed. Before Nob Hill was developed, this spot was developed, South Park. So South Park is where all the rich people lived. South of Market has its own little park in the middle, and it's kind of an oval street with a park in the middle. So I'm pretty sure it was like a private park when it was first developed, and it's a charming street. Probably get a better view if I walk through the park, which is what I'll do. See what this guy does. But now it's kind of a bum piss park. But anyway, which park isn't a nice old brick building?
We're not going to figure this out until like next year. We spent like 55. Yeah.
It's well landscaped. When I was a kid, a friend of my mom's lived up here. Lived in an apartment on that side. I don't remember exactly where. Maybe I'll cover this up with the narrative. Historic South Park. And originally constructed in 1855 as an English picturesque strolling park at the center of a new residential community. In the years following the 1906 earthquake and fire, the park served as a refugee camp. So 1855 is pretty much sort of the tail end of the gold rush, which really only lasted till about 1852. So 1855, the affluent people from the gold rush era developed this as their enclave, and then by the 1870s, the cable car had been developed, and then the Big Four and all them went up on Nob Hill. But the principal of Matson Shipping lived here, and of course that's the originator of Matson Shipping was doing a sugar business from Hawaii, and they also developed a cruise business between San Francisco and Hawaii. The Matson lines, Matson ships, and you still see them today. You always see ships that say Matson on them. It's a pretty park. It's a pretty spot. It's an oasis in downtown, I guess, for people to enjoy a little bit of quiet. It's always nice to have a little space, a little green space. So I'm gonna go back over to 3rd Street because that's where I want to be. So as I go to 3rd Street, I just keep filming South Park, and we'll just do a whole tour of South Park. So my mom's friend was a photographer named Bobby Adams. I don't know if he's still around, but this is back in the early 80s. He used to live here, and I guess he had a studio. I know he had an apartment here. Of course, back then it would have been pretty cheap. SOMA was kind of off the beaten path, off the grid at that point. It wasn't like, say, Telegraph Hill or Nob Hill or Pacific Heights or anything. Now I'm sure it's like extremely expensive because look how convenient it is to people who are based, in downtown, their companies or whatever. SOMA so many tech companies and everything down here. So, and of course, everyone here is woke. I think there was a translating interpreter firm here that I interviewed at once, and the guy gave me like a oral interview, a test in Italian, where I was supposed to simultaneously interpret something he was telling me, and I knew everything except warehouse and station wagon. And I still don't know station wagon. I guess a warehouse is like a magazzino or something like that. But I didn't know what a warehouse was. It's the homeless encampment. Anyway, I just decided to take Jack London because we've pretty much seen most of South Park. So this is your city walk for the day. Well, one of them. There's going to be more. And now I'm over at Bryant. Everyone's trying to make their escape from that on-ramp before the carpool hours, which starts at 3 o'clock, probably in a few minutes.